ओके गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल 4 6 एंड विकेट्स। और आज जो दो मैच है, सॉरी दो मैच नहीं है, माय मिस्टेक, जो मैच है बैंगलोर वर्सेस हैदराबाद, जो
सनराइजर्स।
सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद और रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर। यार विवेक, हर साल हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं यार बैंगलोर की टीम तगड़ी है, क्या पेपर में दिखती है, और इस बार भी क्या पेपर में दिख रही है। पर इस बार शायद सिर्फ दिख नहीं रही है, कर भी कुछ सकती है।
इस मामले में हम ना ही बोले तो बेटर है, क्योंकि हमने दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम बट ये जैसे आपने कहा कि काफी बारी हमने आरसीबी की टीम को पेपर पे स्ट्रांग देखा है, बट रिजल्ट्स उनके फेवर में नहीं रहे हैं। इस बार तो मतलब विराट कोहली ने खुद एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी कह दिया है कि 2016 के बाद कोई स्क्वाड, अगर उनको कोई बैलेंस स्क्वाड मिला है तो ये वाला है। सबके देखते हैं, अगर 2016 में फाइनल में हारे तो शायद ये साल भी अगर फाइनल तक भी पहुंच गए तो बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट रहेगी आरसीबी के लिए। बट आई डोंट नो व्हाई, आई स्टिल फील दैट उनका जो हमेशा से जो डिपार्टमेंट वीक रहा है, उनका पेस बॉलिंग एट डेथ, वो इस साल भी कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें चुभेगा, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है।
ओके, तो उसके ऊपर हम आएंगे ही, पर उसके सामने जो टीम है हैदराबाद, वो काफी स्टेबल लग रही है। वीवीएस लक्ष्मण बीइंग ऑन बैक साइड, हैंडलिंग एवरीथिंग वेरी केयरफुली।
Yes, I completely agree to this के हाँ के हैदराबाद as a squad and under mentorship of VVS Lakshman, they are very calm-headed people. Like उनके over the years, if you have seen David Warner हो या Kane Williamson हो, whoever has led, they have been very calm and cool-headed, which has always been benefit. Of late, if you see, ever since they have changed their names to Sunrisers, something dramatic changes which I have seen is उनके leadership में एक discipline आ गया है. The team has become more relaxed when they go. And to top it all, they have been consistent enough to come in top 4. एक या दो सीजन में शायद वे नहीं आए होंगे, but they have always tried to be in top 4. So I think कहीं ना कहीं इसमें मुझे लग रहा है कहीं ना कहीं वीवीएस लक्ष्मण का काफी बड़ा रोल है, जिस हिसाब से उन्होंने स्क्वाड को बनाया है. So I think yes, Hyderabad looks more balanced in terms of mental attitude towards the game.
Yes, और सबसे बड़ी बात मुझे हैदराबाद की यही लगती है कि उनके जो पूरी स्क्वाड है यहाँ पे, इंडियन प्लेयर्स जो अभी इंडिया टीम को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है बहुत कम है, और वो होके भी उनकी टीम काफी अच्छी लगने लगती है.
I totally agree with you कि इंडियन प्लेयर्स होने की वजह से टीम में बैलेंस, आईपीएल का मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव तो वही रहा है कि इंडियन प्लेयर्स को प्लेटफॉर्म मिले, जो मतलब रॉ टैलेंट हो या समवन ट्राइंग टू मेक अ कमबैक इनटू इंडियन टीम लाइक दिनेश कार्तिक और समवन, जिन्होंने ओवर द इयर्स ऐसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज को यूज किया है. सो आई थिंक as you very well mentioned, this has to be a platform for such teams or such players in the team.
Exactly. तो सीधा हम लोग हैदराबाद से ही चालू करते हैं कि हमारे लाइकली 11 क्या हो सकते हैं.
जी जरूर. So when we talk about Hyderabad, of course, captain David Warner will open. Along with him, I would want to see Johnny Bairstow. They were one of the most profitable opening pairs in the last 2 seasons which I have seen. And एक ही मैच में दोनों ओपनर्स का सेंचुरी मारने का कोई ओकेजन रहा है तो इन दोनों का ही रहा है. सो दे आर वन ऑफ द डेमोलिशन पेयर्स, जैसे कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए हेडन लैंगर रहा करते थे, इंडिया के लिए सहवाग और सचिन. सो आई थिंक दे आर वन ऑफ दोस. I don't see any change in the opening slot with them being in it. But what will bother more people to, I think, like when I'll be speaking the next sentence is, in my 11, I somehow don't see Williamson coming in. Reason purely being because I have options of 4 overseas player, Warner and Bairstow take these 2 slots. Other than that, I would want to have a Rashid Khan because I don't see him being left out. So 3 slots ऐसे ही चले जाते हैं. अब क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि अब आपकी इस 11 में whether you'll give a chance to Kane Williamson in the middle order or someone like a Mohammad Nabi who can score at a very good strike rate and also can give you is more than handy with the ball. This Afghanistan all-rounder is one of the leading all-rounders in world cricket right now. So that's somewhere I think I would pick Mohammad Nabi over Kane Williamson. So these will be my 4 overseas player. In the batting order, I would like, as I mentioned, Warner Best to open. Manish Pandey at number 3. I don't see him going anywhere else. Vijay Shankar at 4. And there's this talented batsman, Virat Singh. I think उनको पिछले सीजन में इतने chances मिल नहीं पाए थे, but if this season, if he is given opportunities, I think he can be a very good batsman at number 5. We have seen in the videos and all those press conferences and all the media releases, VS Lakshman is personally trying to work a lot with this batsman. So he's one of the stars to watch out for from the 11. Number 6, I would want to have a Mohammad Nabi. 7, Rashid Khan. And the remaining bowlers, I would like to pick Shehbaz Nadeem, left arm spinner. In the UAE conditions, he'll be more than handy. And plus, he can add on a bit with slight capability to bat a better. So that would be till my number 8. And then I would like to have pace attack of Bhuvneshwar Kumar or Khalil Ahmed. I don't see him being left out in the squad. The question here would arise to the SRH team management is who would they want to have as a third seaming option? Will it be someone like a Sandeep Sharma who has been consistently playing with for them like as an opening bowler, or a Siddharth Kaul? Because honestly speaking, I don't see much of a difference in these two players, and only the difference would be that Siddharth Kaul will be adding a value as a better death bowler of late compared to Sandeep Sharma. So that's the only thing. Bhuvneshwar Kumar will be complemented having someone like a Siddharth Kaul over Sandeep Sharma. Rest, I don't see it. This team will lack a bit of experience in the middle order. Like relatively, Manish Pandey is the experienced captain, I agree, but Vijay Shankar, Virat Singh will add that a bit inexperienced tangent, but at the same time, they can be a very good option to have in middle.
नहीं, आप सही कह रहे हैं, पर मेरे ख्याल से इस बार ये आईपीएल में विजय शंकर, खास विजय शंकर और खलील अहमद को एक लीडिंग रोल उनको निभाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हम लोग यंग टैलेंट 2 साल से उनको देख के आ रहे हैं, पर इस बार ऐसा है कि उनके ऊपर वो प्रेशर उनको खुद को बनाना पड़ेगा कि नहीं, आई हैव टू टेक दिस प्रेशर टू लीड दिस टीम.
Exactly. You have rightly mentioned, Sarvesh, कि हमने पिछले 2 सीजन में not just these 2 players but there are many other players as well जिन पे young talent का tag तो लगा है, but when they have performed been somewhat in IPL and they've been brought into international colors, time भी दिया है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं दिया है उन्हें वहां पे, but they have not been able to be giving their 100% over there. So this has to be the final season before the team management can take calls for the respective international squads. And keeping in mind next year we are going to have this T20 World Cup, so this has to be a do or die scenario for them.
Exactly. So this is our team for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Let's move on to RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Sir, बोलिए.
RCB के बारे में, honestly speaking, since Finches have been added into the squad, so I think they have got a very decent opener along with Aaron Finch. I would like to, like Finch had mentioned in one of his press conferences that he would like to open with Kohli, but sir, I would like to see Kohli at number 3. And I would like to add this left-handed batsman from Karnataka, Devdutt Padikkal. An explosive batsman at the top, and I want to see him get more chances. And the reason I am not picking Parthiv Patel here is primarily because RCB team management even has made it clear that AB de Villiers is the one who's going to keep for them. So I think if अगर आप AB de Villiers से keeping करवाना चाहते हैं, तो I don't see Parthiv Patel coming into this 11 just purely as a batsman. So this would give open the doors for players like a player like the Devdutt Padikkal, who can be a very good opening partner for Aaron Finch. 2 explosive openers, they can work wonders. At one down, of course, I like to have a Kohli, no doubt in that. Followed by Mr. 360-degree AB de Villiers. I would like to pick a Moeen Ali at number 5 because he'll be a more than handy batsman. He'll be again a left-handed in between along with his off spins. At number 6, it will be Shivam Dube because I would say in the limited chances he's been given, he has performed fairly enough to retain his place in the 11. Then the addition of Chris Morris at number 7. A good value to be added because there are a lot of all-rounders in the RCB's 11 if you see, but these three together, Shivam Dube and Moeen Ali and Morris, I think they have fixed their squad. Followed by a Washington Sundar, again another all-rounder. This team has a very good options in all-rounder. They have got an off-spin left-handed batsman, Moeen Ali, Shivam Dube, another left-handed, followed by Chris Morris, Washington Sundar. I think these, and then again they'll have Chahal. Of course, they can't leave him behind. Number 10, it would be Umesh Yadav. And number 11, I would go with Navdeep Saini.
Yes. So, ये टीम काफी बैलेंस इस बार लग रही है, ना केवल पेपर पर. अगर आप देखा जाए ना, तो पगड़ा है भाई, इसका भारी है, ना नहीं कह सकते.
Yes, Sarvesh, I totally agree to you कि इनकी team strong on paper भी है and players whom I mentioned are relatively experienced now. But one factor we always forget, the T20 is always a game of uncertainties. You can never predict 100% surety.
Absolutely. जो जिसका दिन अच्छा है वो चला, नहीं तो वो pavilion में गया.
So, as I had mentioned it earlier as well, if I see this RCB's lineup, again the questions will be the same. Who would be the player I would use to as my dead bowler? Navdeep Saini, I think, will be one of those. But उनके अलावा अगर किसी को भी देखो, even to an extent Chris Morris, I don't see someone, pinpoint sure who will be my dead bowler. So that is again an area of concern for RCB. And then if you see in the middle patch, they have got a lot of all-rounders there.
Exactly.
It's good to have all-rounders, but then again, I would say that may hamper them if they are not specialists in a particular department.
Exactly. So because they don't have Indian death bowlers, if we picked up as a Umesh Yadav ने इतना परफॉर्मेंस उसका इवन इंडियन टीम के लिए भी इतना नहीं रहा है एज अ डेथ बॉलर.
Yes, I agree to it. Umesh Yadav can fairly be. I remember in one of the seasons, Kohli used him very well as an opening bowler. He used to use his for 4 overs in the first 10 itself. If they use such a strategy for this bowler, he can work wonders with the new ball. We all know that. We have seen him perform so very well in the Test cricket. And to be honest, many people may disagree to this, but I think if you are good with a new ball in Test cricket, it's relatively easier for you to perform the same in the limited overs format if you are given that time frame. I know the lengths will differ a bit, but I think if he is given the new ball, I think he can perform fairly better compared to what a dead better.
जी हाँ मोविक, तो ये है हमारी रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर की लाइकली 11 और शायद यही टीम से वो जाना चाहेंगे. पर देखा जाए कि अभी देखते हैं कि क्योंकि वहां पे विकेट्स भी स्लो रहेंगी, ज्यादा रन्स तो नहीं बनेंगे. 200 हम लोग 200 का टारगेट तो नहीं रह सकते. 160 170 मैक्स टू मैक्स हो सकता है. तो देखते हैं दोनों में से कौन जीतता है. और अगली एपिसोड में चेन्नई या कौन सी है, चेन्नई वर्सेस आरआर ना, I guess. ठीक है. Okay guys, so these are our two teams likely 11 to play for this match. देखते हैं अभी किसका पगड़ा भारी रहता है ऑन फील्ड, और मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. अगर आपको ये टीम पसंद आई है या फिर आपकी कोई सजेशन हो तो कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर बताना. इसको शेयर, लाइक, सब्सक्राइब और कमेंट्स तो भर दीजिए. और आगे के मैच से हम लोग मिलते हैं. Yes, Movik.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.